A very good morning to all you dear students. The contents to be done today: capital structure, financial leverage or trading on equity, and factors affecting choice of capital structure. So we will mainly focus on capital structure and factors affecting the choice of capital structure. So what is capital structure? Capital structure refers to proportion of debt and equity used for financing business operation. You already have been told that when the company needs funds, it can take funds either in the form of debt, or it can take funds from the equity shareholders, or that is from the preference shareholders or retained earnings. Okay, so how much of debt and how much of equity? So here you should understand, debt means what all things, equity means what all things. Okay, so what is the proportion that has to be taken by the company is what is told as capital structure. Sources of business finance, it is owner's fund. When we say equity, children, we are talking about equity share capital, preference share capital, and retained earnings. And when we talk about borrowed funds, we are talking about debt. Okay, so what are the debts? They are in the form of loans, debentures, public deposits, etc. These may be borrowed from the banks, other financial institution, debenture holders, or the public. So when the company is deciding, telling equity means from preference shares, equity shares, or retained earnings. When we talk about debt, we are talking about all kinds of borrowing. So this should be clear to you all. Okay, next, the formula for debt: debt by equity, or debt by debt plus equity. Okay, so it is the sum total of debt that is to be taken, and what is the total equity that is to be taken. The proportion is what we talk about capital structure. Now, debt is borrowed fund, whereas equity represents owner's fund. Debt is cheaper as compared to equity. In debenture, lender's risk is low. When you are lending to a company, the risk that you are taking is low, because every month you will be getting a certain interest, a regular interest. So companies offer low rate of return. However, when we say equity shareholders, the risk becomes very high, because it's not a regular income that the company is giving you. So that is why equity shareholders are bearing a lot of risk, high risk. So the company has to pay them high returns. Therefore, we say that debt is cheaper as compared to equity. Moreover, interest paid on debt are tax deductible. That is to say, that is the interest that the company is going to pay on the debt, okay, is considered as expenses. So before the calculation of tax, okay, it is deducted. Okay, that is the amount that the company is giving as debt is deducted, and then the calculation of tax is done. Okay, but dividend on equity are paid after tax profits. That is, it is becoming more costly. Debt is more risky as compared to equity, as principal plus interest on debt. So when the company is taking debt, definitely it is very risky, because not only does the company has to give the principal amount, but also the interest on debt. Okay, and it is more risky to take loans from outsiders. Okay, next, what is financial leverage or trading on equity? When we talk about trading on equity, children, again we are talking about the proportion of debt and equity. Okay, again it is one and the same. Okay, financial leverage refers to the proportion of debt in the overall capital. It is computed as debt by equity, or debt by equity plus debt. Okay, so financial leverage is also sometimes termed as trading on equity. Trading on equity is an arrangement in which firms make use of borrowed funds in such a way that rate of return on equity can be increased. So, trading on equity, when the company is talking about trading on equity, it is mainly trying to, that is, make the returns more, increase the returns, okay, so that the company earns more of profit. Okay, so this is also financial leverage. Okay, when we talk about capital structure, sometimes financial leverage, the same formula you will be applying to financial leverage or trading on equity. Next, factors affecting the choice of capital structure. Cash flow position. How much of debt, how much of equity to be kept, to be taken by the company depends on cash flow position. If the company wants to raise, it must ensure raise money from debt. Okay, so it must ensure enough cash flow are expected to meet the debt obligation. However, in case of cash shortage, if the company knows that not much of cash is coming into the company should go for more of equity. So if the company is sure of more of cash flow, it should go for debt. If the company is short of cash, it should go for equity. Flotation cost. What is flotation cost? Example, underwriting commission, brokerage stamp, duty, listing charges, etc. So when the securities are taken or when the loans are taken, then there is a lot of, or when the shares are floated in the market, there's a lot of side cost. Okay, that is flotation cost. We have already discussed this. Underwriting commission, okay, you have to give commission to the underwriter, or brokers, you have to give the brokerage. Okay, stamp duty. So when the company is taking the loans or using equity, it also has to consider the flotation cost. How much of flotation cost that is going to be incurred on these securities. Okay, so securities with minimum flotation cost should be preferred. Cost of debt. Cost of debt means, children, that is interest that you are giving. So when you take the debt, you give interest, so that becomes the cost of debt. If the interest rate on debt is less, then more debt is preferred as compared to equity, and vice versa. Okay, so if the interest rate is less on debt, the company would prefer to take more of debt, and vice versa. Then tax rate. Interest paid on debt is considered as expense. I've already told you that interest paid on debt is tax deductible. Now here you will understand it more. Interest paid on debt is considered as expense and helps in reducing tax income of the company. So when the tax is to be paid, okay, so interest that is given to the outsiders is deducted and then the tax is calculated. Okay, whereas dividend is paid out of earnings available after tax. Interest is deductible expense. Debt is preferred in case of higher tax rate. So you should remember that if the tax rate is very high, so it is preferable for the company to take debts because debt is tax deductible. Okay, next, risk consideration. Every business faces two kinds of risk. One is termed as operating risk, another is financing risk or financial risk. So risk, operating risk means risk of inability to meet fixed operating cost. So the company has certain obligations, like the company has to give rent, the company has to give salary, insurance premium, etc. So if at all it is unable to pay, that is one risk that the company always has, that is operating risk. Another risk is financial risk, risk of inability to meet fixed financial charges. So what are the fixed financial charges? If the company is taking a loan, it has to give interest payment. If the company is giving preference shares, okay, so it has to give preference dividends and repay obligations. Okay, so this is one more risk that the company takes, that is financial risk. So the total risk depends on both the business risk and the financial risk. If a company's business risk is lower, okay, then the company may face financial risk. More debt capital can be used. So if the operating risk is less, so the company can go for more of financial risk. If however, if the business risk is more, then the company cannot go for financial risk. That is it. Next, flexibility. If a firm uses excess debt in the capital structure, it restricts the firm's potential to raise further debt. So already if the firm has taken a lot of loan, then further it is not possible for the company to take the loans. So therefore, to maintain flexibility, the firm must maintain some borrowing power for unforeseen circumstances. So limited loans to be taken by the company, because there can be unforeseen events the businessman has to face, and that time it will become very trouble. It cannot take more of loan if it has already taken more of debts from the as loans. Okay, next, control. Issue of debt does not dilute the control of equity shareholders. So whenever the company, this we have done last year also, that the debentures that the company floats in the market does not dilute the control of the, that is, shareholders. Okay, however, so if the existing shareholders, but it all depends on the existing shareholders, if the existing shareholders want to retain effective control, then more debt should be used. Okay, so if the shareholders who are there in the company, they don't want to lose control. Losing control here is decision making power, children. So whenever we talk about control, it is decision making power. So if the existing shareholders, they don't want that the decision making power is diluted, then they should prefer more of debt. On the other hand, a public issue of equity will reduce the control of existing shareholders. So if the company is taking a public, that is more of equity, a company is taking, so again equity shareholders will be added. It may also increase the chance of takeover, especially when current holding of the existing shareholder is on lower side. Okay, so the shareholders decision is prior, that whether the control should be in the hands of the shareholders or the control can be given to elsewhere. Okay, so this has to be considered. Okay, next, regulatory framework. Every company has to follow the legal requirements while deciding about the capital structure. So the SEBI, you have already known this, SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, when the company has to issue shares and debentures, the company has to go through all the guidelines issued by SEBI. Loans from the financial institutions also require fulfillment of various norms. So company generally prefers those sources of finance which have easy and less legal and regulatory requirements. So regulatory requirement where there is less, the company will prefer more of finance from those sources. Okay, so look at the that is the video. Okay, all of you have a nice day. Hopefully you will understand it via online classes also. Okay, and we'll continue with factors affecting capital structure in the next video also. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day.